Nutritional Wellness by me, Nico George. Why Nutritional Wellness? So I pretty much picked up where I left off from my former group, and the study was on nutritional wellness. You know, the good and the bad habits of nutritional traditionally for college students. You know, for some students, this is the first time in their lives where they've been solely responsible for feeding themselves 3 meals a day and aren't quite sure how to do that responsibly. 1 in 3 people say that they weren't taught healthy eating habits and they're unsure of how to start. And then there's some college students that find themselves in situations where they have to make decisions about their eating habits, decisions on where to eat, how to spend their money at grocery stores, what to get at grocery stores, what to get at the dining halls, what to get at restaurants. You know, all these questions are new for some people, so lack of information and lack of knowledge on how to get started is a very common thing. Oftentimes, convenience plays a big role for college students because, you know, there's limited time. Sometimes it's difficult to get from place to place. Some people don't have cars, you know, so the convenience factor is very important. And also, of course, it goes without saying that busy schedules are also a very important factor. And some other common nutritional habits that nutritional wellness proposes to stop is the common mistakes such as lack of nutritionally balanced meals, all-day snacking, lack of dairy and fruits and vegetables. Lack of dairy, fruits, and vegetables. What group was seen? Screened. It was a diverse group of sophomores through seniors. There was 10 students that I screened. They were of different race and ethnicities, and it was evenly split 5 and 5 in gender. The group incorporated many different eating habits. The screen group consisted of some students were frequent dining hall visitors, and other students don't go to the dining halls, upperclassmen. But the 3 resources. The first one was the Superfood Healthy Recipes. It's a free consumer-friendly platform with just a lot of recipes, and it's a great tool for people that don't exactly know how to get started. They don't know what a nutritionally balanced recipe is, how to make it, what goes in it. But it's a really cool platform that you put in foods you like, foods you have, and it'll kind of generate you some recipes, some suggestions. It's very well created because it's very good at honing in on what you need and how to get you there. I've actually already used some of it because it helps me in my nutritional wellness. Yeah, they have everything from recipes from local establishments to more specialty detailed recipes for the more advanced, you know, people that know how to cook, know what they're doing in the kitchen. They also, something real neat is they have very diet specific recipes as well. People that want to go for low fat, low carb, people that are vegetarians, vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free. Also allergies. Number 2 was the Meal Prep Pro. This platform plans and provides customized meals for the user. For people that don't know where to start, people that are limited on time, this was kind of what I went for. The recipe provides lots of information, how to create meals in bulk, how to store those meals so they stay good. You know, as I mentioned earlier, you know, one of the most common issues students run into is time. The option is ideal for students. It's not this usual cycle of make a breakfast, eat a breakfast, make a lunch, eat a lunch, and make a dinner, eat a dinner, and do that 7 days a week. I mean, some people just don't have that time. So instead, it's a great resource for, hey, let me make this on Monday, and then I can save it and have the same exact thing on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I can make this thing and have it on, you know, Thursday, Friday, for example. Also, meal prepping is a very common choice for people that use the gym. There's not a great reason why, it just is. It's great for students that frequent the gym. It's because this specific website itself is really cool because it can track everything you eat for you. It can tell you what your caloric intake looks like, you know, and it provides a great rundown of everything you're eating, what you're not eating enough of. And for people, especially the gym users, would love this because, you know, it can track your micros, your macros, your fats, saturated fats, sugars, sodium, all kinds of stuff. And then finally, the third was the Buckeye Food Alliance. Previously, I actually wasn't aware of this, but this is really cool. That it's this program that OSU students started years back, and its goal is to debunk this idea where college is this period in your life where you just survive on cheap pasta and candy bars and Doritos. You know, that you don't have to necessarily go through that, and you can kind of make your way through college having the nutritional values that humans need. And basically, if you show up with the Buck ID or order online, and within 4 to 48 hours, you can pick up your food. And I mean, they have everything. They've got fruits, vegetables, meats, dairies, pantry products, cooking products. I mean, all kinds of stuff that I'd say in the average dorm room, it's not there. It was selected because of the convenience, affordability, and availability to OSU students. It's a great resource for students where buying groceries once a week isn't a possibility, and it's great for students that also need to shop for more than just themselves, which is the situation for some students. How did I screen and what skills did I use? I actually had 2 of my friends go with me. They really didn't do much, but I just thought standing in the union, it's better to like not be alone, I guess. I don't know, just help me out, I guess. Yeah, so they really just chimed in, conversation deemed it necessary, but you know, I took the lead all 10. Skills, I definitely say I can use that personability, friendliness, and respectfulness, because it's impossible to know what people are comfortable talking about. So, you know, being super respectful and positive and upbeat and all that was real nice. Also patience, you know. I got really lucky. The first 2 people agreed to do it. And then everyone said no for like the next over half an hour. And so patience, especially with 2 people that weren't really a part of it. And then sure enough, I nearly got 8 in a row after that. So, you know, just kind of came in waves, I suppose. Another tool that was specifically used when I was reviewing results was just based off word choice and tone. I tried to be super positive and upbeat in the way I presented results and gave suggestions. You know, it's just one of those things where you just don't know how comfortable people are about discussing some of these things. And, you know, as somebody with really no credibility to discuss these with people, I thought if I just like very positively suggest these things rather than like, you should do this. I mean, really, which one are you more likely to listen to, right? So, and honestly, I think it went really well. I mean, even just from the beginning to the end of the session, it's like, I definitely all 10 instances can say I like made connections and everything was super positive, especially ending out on such a good note. How many were screened? How many were given results? I did screen a total of 10 people. All 10 people took at least one resource digitally. The resources were provided based off their results. 3 of the participants did get all 3 resources, and the other 7 got 1 or 2, which I consider that a win. If money was the biggest issue, I definitely went with the Buckeye Food Alliance. And if time was the biggest issue, I went with the Meal Prep Pro. And for people that just don't know where to start and don't know how to cook or don't know how to create a balanced meal without having everything separate but creating a meal itself, I went with the Superfood app. Results. A lot of people seem to say like the consistency was that there was a lot of hold me over meals. There wasn't like 3 meals a day as a nutrition book would tell you to do, but it was like hold me over type of stuff where it like keeps you from not being hungry, but then again in like 2 hours you're kind of hungry, which comes from not eating a true meal. All 10 people said they consumed a lot of caffeine. I'm sure that's pretty universal for college students. Lots of frozen foods, not many vegetables, not much fruit, and lots of salty snacking. A few participants did say and admit that their worst habit was the late night snacking. And many participants saw the potential in Super Health Foods Pro. Can't say enough good things. For recipes and at the Meal Prep Pro program as well, helps them make large meals and save them when life gets busy. What was the impact of the project in terms of connection, screening, and referrals? The impact for me was, many of the screenings that I did, a lot of the participants seem to say that like, it's not like this is something they're unaware of. Like this is something that's like they think about from time to time, just don't know where to get started. And I thought that it was really cool that I can like set them up with this cool program that helps them create nutritional recipes and find them, and it's very cultivated to what they like and what they are capable of doing. And also in the busy life of a college student, eating nutritional balanced meals is kind of low. There's a lot of important things that seem to get put in the forefront, and that's kind of one of the things that falls by the wayside. So getting these people started and helping them go on this journey almost was cool to me. And a big impact that I noticed wasn't that people, they weren't interested in trying this. Some of them even had started, and then that kind of fell when life got busy. But again, for people that have never done it before and it's difficult to get started, that's where these referrals came really into handy. So that's nutritional wellness.